Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. Hope all are doing good. Like, share, subscribe and click on the bell icon for the latest notification of the upcoming videos. Do watch and comment for the videos. So we are almost done with all concepts of percentage. We have seen different types of questions related to percentage. It's basic concepts and shortcuts to solve it very easily. So in this session, I thought I would cover some previous year questions, that is discuss with you some previous year questions. So I have picked some questions from the previous year question papers and have discussed in this session. First, I have given you the question separately without any option. That is, I want you to solve it by yourself, okay? And then check for the answer with my video, okay? So I have picked almost 16 questions. Here are they. So pause the video and try it by yourself, okay? Now we'll try solving it one by one, okay? Let us see whether we are able to solve it using the concepts that we have learned in the previous sessions, okay? First question here is, if 27% of electricity bill is deducted, rupees 1825 is still to be paid. How much was the bill? So first read the question very carefully. See, electricity bill is given, okay? In that a discount of 27% is done. So after discount the amount to be paid is 1825. So total amount, they are asking for total amount, okay? So see, the amount they have given is 1825 is after discount. So 27% after discount you will get it as 73%, right? 100 minus 27 is 73%. So 73% is equal to 1825. Get my point? So they ask for total bill. So 100% is equal to how much? When you cross multiply, you can find the answer as 2500. Hope you understood this question. Next question. If the price of a pen decreased by 20%, then a man can buy 10 more pens for rupees 100. Then what is the new price of the pen? See, this we have seen in the price of the sugar concept. You remember, I think. Okay, in the second session. Percentage application problem second session, we have seen these type of questions. So how to solve this? So they have given as 20%. So converting it into fraction, it is 1 by 5 decrease, right? So what will see, this is price consumption expenditure concept, you remember? So decrease in the price will enable us to buy more product, that is consumption can be increased. That how can we do? Keep the numerator as such. Since it is a decrease, subtract the denominator and numerator, you get it as 4, right? 5 minus 1, which is 4, that you write it in denominator, which is a increase in the consumption. That is 1 by 4 is nothing but 25%. So 25% from previous we can buy. They have also given that how much can we buy, how much more can we buy? 10 more pens we can buy. So we can equate as 25% of x is equal to 10. So x is equal to 40. So previously we were able to buy 40 pens and now plus 10 we are able to buy 50 pens, okay? And question is, what is the new price of each pen? So new price you can equate like this. So 50 pens is equal to 100 rupees, right? So new price of each pen, that is 1 pen is equal to how much? When you cross multiply, you get it as 2 rupees. That is the new price of each pen is rupees 2. Hope you understood. Next question. A person scores 45% of total marks in the exam and still fails by 40 marks. The passing percentage of the exam is 55%. What is the maximum mark? That is, they asked for 100%. This is examination based questions. We have seen this. See, so equating passing marks, 45% plus 40, because if he gets 40 more marks, he will pass. So 45% plus 40 is equal to, they have given the passing percentage as 55%. So on substituting, you get it as 10% is equal to 40. We want the maximum mark, which is 100% is equal to, you can just cross multiply and find the answer, or you find the relation 10 to 100, it is into 10. So 40 into 10 is 400. So 400 is the answer. Next question, the number of trees in a town is 17,640. If the number of trees increase annually at the rate of 5%, then how many trees were there 2 years ago? This concept is population concept, okay? So, we'll use the formula or concept method. Since this is past, they have asked about past, we'll use the formula method, which is quite simple. P divided by 1 plus R by 100 the whole square. Because they have told it as increase, okay? So on substituting you get it as 16,000, okay? Next question, if A has got 20% more marks than B, then by what percent mark of B are less than the mark of A? So similarly 20% is nothing but 1 by 5. It is an increase. So a decrease of B, how we will find? So 1, keep the numerator as such. Since it is an increase, add numerator and denominator, which is 1 plus 5, which is 6, and write it in the denominator. 1 by 6 decrease. So when you convert it into percentage, 1 by 6 is nothing but 16.66. Okay. Next question. If two successive discounts of 50% and 10% are offered, then what is the net discount? So we have seen successive percentage concept. In that we have discussed a formula x plus y plus xy by 100. Okay. So or percentage net change, when you get that question, we'll use the same formula. So see, since it is discount, we have to use minus symbol, right? So minus 50 minus 10 plus x into y, which is minus 50 into minus 10, which is plus 500, right? Divided by 100. So when you cancel, finally you get it as minus 55, which means a discount of 55 is obtained. A net discount of 55 is obtained. So 55 is the answer. Next question, in an election between two candidates, the winning candidate has got 70% of the votes polled and has won by 15,400 votes. What is the number of votes polled for losing candidate? So election based question, okay? So always we will keep the base as 100%, okay? In that 70% is obtained by winning candidate. So obviously losing candidate got 30% of votes, okay? And they have given as the winning candidate has won by 15,400 votes, which means majority is 15,400. That is the difference between the winning and the losing candidates is 15,400. So 70 minus 30, which is 40%, is equal to 15,400. And the question is, we have to find the number of votes polled for losing candidate. So which is 30% is equal to how much? So when you cross multiply, you get it as 11,550. Hope you understood. Next question, what will be the net discount percentage of 3 successive discounts of 20, 10 and 30? It is not, it is quite similar to the previous thing, but I took this question because we have 3 successive discount. So we will follow the same formula, x plus y plus xy by 100. First find it for 20 and 10. So minus 20 minus 10 plus 20 into 10 by 100. So when you find that, you will get one answer, okay? The answer is minus 28, and keep that as x and minus 30, the last left number, minus 30 as y, and solve it with the same formula. So x is minus 20 minus 30 plus x into y, 28 into 30, which is 840 by 100. So when you solve, finally you get the answer as minus 49.6, which means a net discount of 49.6 you get. Okay, so 49.6 is the answer. Next question, in an examination 65% students pass in history and 55% students pass in Hindi. If 5% students failed in both the subjects, then what is the percentage of students who have passed in both the subjects? So read the question carefully. Here first two it is pass, and both they have given us fail percentage and they have asked for both pass percentage. So we will use the Venn diagram. So 65% plus 55% plus 5%, which is equal to 125%. So subtract it from 100%, you get it as 25%. If the question was like 65% pass, 55% pass, again 5% students passed, means you will have to subtract that 5% from the addition of 65 and 55. Hope you understood, okay? Next question. If A is 6 times more than B, then by what percentage is B less than A? Usually we'll get it as percentage question, right? If A is 20% or 25% more than B. Here we have given in number. So just follow the same number, okay? Instead there other questions will have 20% means we'll convert it into fraction number, right? So just 6 times more means 6 by 1. Okay, keep like that fraction. So use the same concept. So since it is a increase, we'll have to find the decrease. So keep the numerator as such, and since it is increase, add both the numerator and denominator, we get it as 7 for the denominator on right hand side. So it is a decrease, okay? Now convert that into percentage. On finding, you get the answer as 85.71. Okay, hope you understood. Now let us see the next question. After detecting 12% from a certain sum and then detecting 25% from the remainder, 2508 is left. Then what is the initial sum? The question is, first you have a number, from that 12% you are discounting. You think like that. Detecting means discount. After that you will get the value, right? From that again 25% you are detecting, and finally you will get a value as 2508. So what is the initial number? That is the question. So we don't know the initial number, so let us consider a number x, okay, and let us give a value. Give a whole value like 100 or 1000, whatever you want you give. So we will find the answer easily. So 12% of that number 100, let us keep it as 100, okay? So 12% of 100 is 12. So subtracting it from 100, you get it as 88, right? So 88 is the new value. From that value 25% is deducted, right? So 25% of that 88, which is 22. So subtract that 22 from 88, you get it as 66, right? So this 66 is equal to 2508, okay? So what is the initial sum? Initial sum means x, which is we kept as 100. So 100 is equal to question mark. So on cross multiplying, you get it as final answer as 3800. Hope you understood. Next question. Raman spends 80% of his income. If his income is increased by 25% and the expenditure increased by 10%, then what will be the percentage increase in his savings? So savings we have to find how much percentage it has increased. So we know income, expenditure, savings, okay? So just write it down. Initially, let us consider the income be 100% and he spends 80%. So obviously, his savings would be 100 minus 80, 20, right? Write it down. Now, it is increased. Income is increased by 25%. So initially, we have considered it as 100. So increase in 25 means 125. And expenditure increased by 10%. So previously, expenditure was 80 and 10% of 80 is nothing but 8. So the new expenditure would be 88, right? Then so they are asking us how much his savings would increase. Okay, so we know income is how much we get and expenditure is how much amount we lost or spent, okay? And savings is finally what is left with us. So income minus expenditure will give us savings, right? So subtract and see. The new savings would be 37 rupees, okay? So how much it has increased from the previous? We have to find the percentage increase in savings. So how will we find what is the new savings from the previous savings? That is 37 minus 20, which is 17, right? 17 divided by previously it is 20, initial value, to 20 into 100. So we will get it as 85%. Okay. So his savings has increased to 85%. Next question. Out of two numbers, 65% of the smaller number is equal to 45% of larger number. If the sum of the numbers is 2574, then what is the value of the larger number? So they have told there are two numbers. Let it be x and y. So smaller number, 65% of smaller number. That is 65% of x is equal to 45% of y. Okay, hope you understood. And next they have given us sum of the numbers, which is x plus y is equal to 2574. From and finally we have to find value of larger number, which is y. Okay, so from the second equation we can write it as y is equal to 2574 minus x. Yes, now substitute that value in the previous equation. So 65% is written as 65 by 100 into x is equal to 45 by 100 into y. So take x to one side, and finally you will get a value for x as 9y by 13. Okay, now substitute that value of x in the y equation. Y is equal to 2574 minus 9y by 13. So when you substitute, finally you get the answer as 1521. Okay, next question. Two numbers are 50% and 75% lesser than a third number. By how much percentage is the second number to be enhanced to make it equal to the first number? See, we don't know first number, second number and third number. Since we have no connection with third number, no percentage given, just keep the third number be 100%. So two numbers, 50% of 100 is 50, right? So the first number is 50. And 75% of 100 is 25, right? So let the second number be 25. So the question is, by how much percent is the second number to be enhanced to make it equal to the first number? So the first number is 50. So from 25, how much percent it should be increased to make it 50? Just think, let us consider 50%, okay? 50% of 25 is nothing but 12.5, right? So 12.5, if we increase, it will become only 37.5 something. We want 50. So 100% increase. So 100% of 25 is nothing but 25. So 25 plus 25 is equal to 50. So we have to enhance the second number by 100% to make it equal to the first number. Hope you understood. Next question. If the price of petrol has been raised by 20%, then the percentage by which a car owner must reduce his consumption not to increase his expenditure. So 1 by 5 increase. So obviously next side would be 1 by 6 decrease, which is 16.66%, or 2 by 3. Okay. Next question. When a number is increased by 32, it becomes 116% of itself. What is the number? So we don't know the number. Let us consider it as x. X plus 32 is equal to 116% of itself. So 116% of x. Now taking x all to one side and the remaining number to other side. Finally, if we solve, we get the answer as 200. Okay. Next question. See the final question. This I have given you the option because the question is like that. Try solving. A is 20% more than B. B is 25% more than C. C is 60% less than D. And D is 20% more than E. Based on the above information, which of the following is true? So see, after E we don't have any connection. So keep E as 100. Okay. 100. Now from reverse you try. D is 20% more than E. So obviously D would be 120, right? E is 100, so D would be 120. Now next statement from reverse order. C is 60% less than D. First find 60% of 120. 60% of 120 is nothing but 72. So on subtracting 72 from 120, you get it as 48. So C's value is 48. Now again, B is 25% more than C, which means find 25% of C, then add the value. You get the value of B as 60. Okay. Again, A is 20% more than B. So 20% of B you find, then add the value, you get that as 72. So A, B, C, D, E we have got. Now check for each option. Okay, first take 40 and 60%, which are easy to find, right? So option B first you check. A is 40% less than D. Okay. So first take 40% of D and subtract and see. You get the right answer. So option B you keep and check for other options too. Okay. If you straight away you are sure with the answer, then you can leave it as such. Otherwise go with other options also. Okay. So I hope you understood all the questions I have discussed. and I have taken only few questions. There are yet more questions that can be practiced by yourself, so keep practicing. Definitely you will solve these questions very easily. So thank you for watching the video, and thank you for all the support given, and keep supporting. Thank you.